So this is the big Luna enclosure. I'm gonna be cleaning out this enclosure tonight, and I've already cut off the leaves with the last two Lunas that were remaining in the old enclosure. So the old enclosure is now empty. These were the last two in there that needed to be transferred. So I'm going to be taking all of the caterpillars that are on any and all of the leaves and branches from the bottom of this enclosure and putting them here onto these clean paper towels. And then I will be putting a test tube tray, a test tube holder in with 4 fresh tubes of water, and in each tube I'm going to be putting probably 4 stems or branches of their host plant in an attempt to get them all up off of the floor of the enclosure and onto the stems and branches from now on. So this is what it looks like before. Lots of branches and stems and caterpillars all down here. It's a hot mess. There are a lot of caterpillars up on these branches. Lots of them over here. And just a couple preparing to molt on the top of the enclosure. Alright, so I'm going to pause it while I get to work because I need 2 hands for all of this. So this is where I am in the process. I'm still sifting through leaves and branches and cutting off every piece that has a caterpillar on it. All this frass you see is just frass that is falling off of the leaves and branches as I'm moving them. I still have a ways to go. It'll take me a while. Okay, so this is what the mess looks like just before I start putting all these caterpillars back in the enclosure. They are getting restless. These two are fighting. Hold on. Okay, the fight has been broken up. This little guy was fighting with one of these big guys. Alright, so this is the current chaos. It can be difficult to locate everybody because there are still some very small caterpillars. Like these 2 little guys here. This little one here, and then there's some big fat caterpillars. So I have to, oh yeah, here's another very small one right here. So I'm going to start putting all of these back in the enclosure. I did put fresh paper towels down in here already, and I put the test tube holder with floral tubes that these guys were already all on. I put that back in the enclosure. I do need to start putting some fresh food in here and then transfer all of these caterpillars into the enclosure. Alright, so all their fresh food has been put into the enclosure. I just need to start moving all of these guys. I mean, look at the size difference between like this tiny caterpillar and this big guy. Some of these leaves. All right, empty now because the caterpillars have walked off of the ones that they were on. There's a lot of them on here. Hey, buddy. No, he's gripping on pretty tight, and I don't want to hurt his legs and feet, so I'm gonna wait and leave that guy. Oops, sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop you. Here. Okay, that one's empty. Empty. Not empty. Empty. We have one trying to make a run for it over here. Look at how tiny this caterpillar is. Trying to put this guy up right. There we go. Right. There's a little caterpillar inside of this dried up leaf. I'm sure I have probably thrown more caterpillars away into the discard bin. Hopefully they'll climb up to the top so I can see them. I try to be thorough, but you know, some of these guys are still so small and they really like to hide in dried leaves, dead dried up leaves. All right, here, big guy, you can go up here because you look hungry. You can probably see why it takes me so long to clean the enclosures now. Especially the cleaning aspect of it. We've got a balancing act going on right here. Come here, little guy. You gotta let go. He is still holding on to the paper towels. This guy is holding on with its... There we go. We are getting there. I'm probably going to have to cut around some of the caterpillars that are on the paper towel. Like this guy. So he's eating the leaf, but he's holding on tightly to the paper towel. Look at how small this caterpillar is. I'm gonna put that little guy up there on the plant. Alright, so there's nothing on this one, nothing on this one, nothing on this one. This is my discard bin. I am sure I'm going to end up with caterpillars in there. Okay, so... This leaf is empty. Maybe I can convince this little dude to climb on the leaf. Instead of climbing on the leaf, he's holding it and eating it. Stubborn little caterpillar. Alright. This leaf is empty. Right, that one is in. Next up, this little guy. Stick them right there. And last but not least, the stubborn one. There we go. All right, so all of the caterpillars are in now. So what everybody will do is once they have either finished molting or they've decided they want a fresh leaf, they're going to start climbing around the enclosure and locate some of the other leaves. And hopefully we don't end up with too many fights in the meantime.